In this lesson, we will rig the character's neck and head. Let's say we work with our repository to add a few controls. Let's say for the neck, we'll start there, and we can always work with our triangle shape. So here's what we'll do. We'll go to File, and we'll choose Import, Import. Now, let's say we move to our export folder of this project. That's where we saved all of these shapes out. And we're going to grab our triangle shape. Go ahead and choose Open. Let's make sure our animation is off. And then we'll now go ahead and choose OK. So there is our shape. Very cool. Let's go ahead and make sure that it is quick snapped over to the character's neck. So we'll press Shift A and we'll quick align there. You can see how the pivot is slightly off. No worries. We can go to our hierarchy panel and choose Affect Pivot Only, Center to Object, and then turn that off. So now when we press Shift A to do another quick align, that shape is going to be centered. Very nice. Now, what I'd like to do at this point is just go to the vertex of object level and start reshaping this. We'll grab our scale tool. Let's start to bring down the size. And then we could go ahead and grab our move tool and move this forward so it wraps around the neck nicely. Let's press F3 to take a look at things in our shaded mode just to make sure that this looks nice. Great. So there is our control. We can go ahead and have it linked to our chest control. Great. We could also now go ahead and freeze its transforms. Let's also rename it. That's going to be Anim Neck 01. So you can see how much time this has saved us. Very cool. Let's say we go ahead and now add in a head control. We could always work with a box shape so we could have it fit around the character's box shape head. Alright, so we'll go ahead and head over to Import. We'll now go ahead and find our box shape. There it is. We'll now choose Open. Alright, once it's been added, we'll press F3 to go back to our wireframe mode, and we'll press Shift A to quick align this over to the character's head bone. And now we'll just need to reshape this object in our sub-object level. So we'll go ahead and just start bringing this up. We'll go ahead and grab our points and bring those out. Maybe translate them forward. There we go. We'll pull these back points back even more. I'll go ahead and grab all of our points now. Grab the scale tool and scale out in the x-axis. And we'll scale up in our z-axis. Very nice. So now we can start to fine-tune the shape a bit more, maybe translate the entire box up a bit more. We can go ahead and take, let's say, the points at the back, start to pull those in a little bit closer. All right, great. Then we can go ahead and take these points at the top, front, we'll go ahead and just pull those down. I think what we are left with is a really cool control for the character's head. Alright, very nice. What I'd like to do now, just go ahead and take that control object and recolor it. Great. And then we can have it renamed as well. So that's going to be Anim Head 01. Let's make sure that it's going to be linked to our neck control. Alright, great. And now we can go ahead and freeze its transforms. We'll grab both controls. We'll head over to Tools, Manage Layers, and let's add them to our controls layer. Great stuff. Alright, so now it's time to control our neck and head bones, and we know how to do that already. We'll simply work with orientation constraints. Alright, so starting with the neck, let's also press the Q key so we're not in our link tool. We don't want to accidentally link any objects here. Let's go ahead and grab our neck bone and head over to Animation, Constraints, and we'll grab the Orientation Constraint, and we'll tie that over to our neck control. Everything looks great, doesn't it? Nope. We need to keep initial offset. So let's go ahead and turn that on. We'll now go ahead and grab the head bone and do the same. It's going to be Animation, Constraint, grab the Orientation Constraint, then go ahead and click on our control object. Beautiful. All right, so there we have it. If we were to grab the head control, I'll press F3 again so we could take a look at this in textured mode, and you'll see we're now driving the character's head and neck. How cool is that? When we grab the chest control, you should notice that both are now being controlled. There we have it. So that is going to be it for this lesson. We're making great progress already. In the next lesson, we can go ahead and work on controlling the eyes.